Not gonna lie, some of you man are gonna think Catman's lost his mind or some shit when I put out this video, but I have travelled timelines multiple times. Mandela effect, mate, that shit's real. And when you notice one has happened for you personally, it means you've travelled to a different timeline. Your soul, I mean. It travels between your material flesh vessels in all timelines. Listen, I remember the sheer mind rape, the sheer despair and confusion. I thought I had gone fucking schizo the first time I noticed it happen. Trying to make sense of it, worrying about where I had gone, what I had left behind, what changed. A couple times I sank deeply into theorizing, trying to work everything out. It's scary at first, you know. I remember fact checking things with friends and some of them agreed with me that something had changed, meaning that they had travelled with me during the switch, while others hadn't. I got worried that maybe some of my friends were left behind in a timeline where shit goes very bad, and that maybe the friends I interact with in this timeline are like NPCs. I think we travel between timelines based on the desire of our will, what we want for ourselves. Real grafters bring themselves closer to the destination they want to be at by any means necessary, even if it means traveling timelines. We travel between them, but consciously we're unaware. Usually if there's any changes, it's something you're not aware of. Probably some minor detail has changed and you don't notice it. We usually take these small steps as to keep our minds intact. It's better that we aren't perceiving it consciously, but if there's a strong will to escape some impending doom, a lot of people will travel at once, and there'll be a noticeable drastic change, and then a lot of people will realise they've switched timelines at once. There's been times I've just been walking around and had this very strong impression that though everything looked the same, it felt unfamiliar. The atmosphere, it wasn't home, you know. And later I would talk to friends and they felt the same way. I think the most drastic one is one morning I came downstairs and my living room curtains that I'd had all my life were different now. And I got someone else to check and they verified that I was actually right. I don't expect anyone to believe me, by the way, but if you listen, there is a message involved. After the first few times of noticing it happen, I got used to it. I realized there's no point in going crazy about it or even focusing on it really. And the reason for this is because, like I said earlier, it's all based on your will. So long as you channel your will to take you in a positive direction in life and you set like a goal that you strive towards, the timeline shifts will take you in that direction. Which is the way it's meant to be really. I don't think we're ever supposed to notice, just sometimes we accidentally do. If you do ever notice it, don't freak out. Be secure in the knowledge that you are taking yourself in a positive direction. When people tell me timelines have shifted, I smile, because I know that I'm getting closer to achieving my goals. It's the universe delivering validation and satisfaction onto me. It's why it's important to not have a fucked up, jaded outlook on things and all. Because if you do, you're taking yourself in negative directions. You're going to end up in some dystopia if you jump too much in that direction. You can take all this literal or metaphorical, but if you abide by this theory, it will only bring benefit to you. Same goes, there's a bunch of higher negative beings, pedophile ghosts circling around you trying to sap your soul's energy, but they can only do that if you're defeated and bitter and angry and depressed. Are you going to let them man do that? Fuck no. Bunch of nonce ghosts trying to take my life. Shit, I'm gonna rebel against them by being joyous and confident and by achieving all of my goals. Yao the Bayoff too, he can get the golden finger, mate. Now I want to talk about homeless people. Or not even just homeless people, but any man who's asking you for money when you're walking down the street. Like charity people, whatever. I always hear people be so jaded about all that shit. And I mean, look, it's true. Every homeless person I know smokes spice or is a smackhead or something. I know quite a few homeless people, believe me. And even then, some of those men, they actually just pretend to be homeless, and after their shift of begging for money outside of Greg's, they go home. They're still nitties, but they got houses. People always saying about how you shouldn't give them money or whatever because of these reasons. And then if you do give them money, it's just to make yourself feel better, to give yourself a boost in ego, to make yourself feel like a good person. But the thing is, I give them money, and I don't feel good about it. I feel shit about it. I give them money because I see it as some sort of test. Like, here's the thing. Obviously, I'm trying to stack paper in my life, but you shouldn't be so attached to every penny. And I think as long as someone isn't asking for like a fuck ton of money, and just like a quid or two, just give it them, you know. If they're asking for it, there's some reason behind it. It might be a bad reason, but like, what is it to you? But even beyond that, you should be able to have the ability to spare with a couple quid. That's what I'm talking about, really. You should have the ability to spare with a couple quid just based on someone asking for it. I don't feel good about it when I give them money. I usually think in my head, this guy's a dickhead, and I'm a dickhead for giving him money. Or if it's charity people, I'll think like, this guy's annoying with his bad sales tactics, trying to butter me up. 4 out of 5 times, I think the other guy is a fucking waste man, cunt loser. But it does just feel like a test to me. If I can't spare a couple quid for some absolute waste man that I hate on the street, I feel if I can't do that, then the timeline shift gods aren't gonna help me, because they see that I am bought into this material illusion and consumed with earthly desire. I think whoever does them timeline shifts is one of our guys from the Pleroma, and he's acting as an inside agent in material realm, right under the demiurge's nose. Maybe it's Jesus. Maybe Jesus is juggling all the timelines. Big up my man. But yeah, that's about all I had to say really. Subscribe to the Catman Show. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Goodbye.